Hello, crew. How is everybody? Welcome to the live today where we're going to talk about goldfish. It's another one of those very rushed Saturday mornings in my part of the world where I've been out at my boys' tennis most of the morning and I do not have internet out there. So I've got to rush home, and wherever my computer is sitting at the time, we are here. I haven't even had a chance to let Harley in since I've rushed in the door. So there's going to be no opportunity for him to get into any trouble like he did last week. If you missed that interesting drama, go back and watch my video from this time last week, because what Harley did, I let him in the door quickly before I started my live, and I didn't realize Paul had left the kitchen bin out. It's normally inside a cupboard. And so Harley got into the bin, pushed it over, got into all the contents, and that was what all the banging and smashing and everything on last week's live was. So we're here. I made it. How is everybody? I hope you're doing well. It would be so much easier if I had internet out where the boys played tennis. I would actually do this live in the car, but there's no internet out there. So I'm here though. I hope everyone's doing really well. What I want to share with you today, you might want to get a pen and paper just to write down these few things. I want to give you some tips to think about to help you grab more attention of people. Because honestly, this is reality. Goldfish have the attention span of about 8 seconds. Humans have the attention span of about 6 seconds. Seriously, guys, that's all you've got to grab somebody's attention. So we've got to make sure that what you're doing on social media and the kind of content that you're putting out and how you're putting it out is going to attract people's attention as quick as possible, because you are competing with multi-platforms, multiple people. Think about your day. Is your day not like super chaotic a lot of the time? Some of you won't, but there's a lot of things that are thrown at us every single day. Like, think about all the things that are thrown at you between email and social media and kids if you've got them, or grandkids, and husbands, wives, like all the things that get thrown at you. If we really want to make some traction on social media, we want to be able to attract people's attention quicker. So I'm going to give you some tips on this live. Some of them you will know, some of them you may be able to utilize maybe a little bit better than you already are. Okay, so let's see who's here today. How is everybody? I hope you're doing well. We've got Christine in the house. How are you? One of the cool kids. Hello, Brittany. Good to see you on. We got Heather here as well. Heather's one of our amazing VIPs. Happy Park Run Day, formerly known as Saturday. Yeah, actually, one of the mums at tennis was just arriving from the park. She did a park run down here in Victor before she came out to the tennis. So there you go. Do you do park run every Saturday, Michael? Love to know. Hello, Cherie. How are you? Those of you that don't know, park run is around the world. It's all different locations where people can turn up and they run. So it's called park run. And we have it here where I live as well. Hello, Hero. How are you? We've got Beth here as well. Be good, Harley. I haven't even had time to let Harley in. The poor little thing's still sitting outside looking at it. Like, I walked past him and I'm like, mate, I don't have time. And he's just sitting there. So I'll rescue him in a moment when I get off the live. Hello, Michelle. Great to see you on. We've got Olive here as well. Great to see you with a big smile. Saturday mornings are just full on. We get up. At the moment, Paul and I are taking separate cars. And he's picking up someone that lives somewhere else. Long story, you don't need to know about that. But then I rush out there in the morning. I watch as much as I possibly can. And normally we alternate where they play every week. But for some reason, 2 weeks in a row, they've been what we call home. And where home is out the back blocks a little bit. And there's no internet out there. So it's very rushed. But hey, you guys are as much of a priority in my life. So I rush in to spend my time with you, because this is an important part of my day. And I love hanging out with you guys, most days of the week. We so appreciate your dedication. Thank you. Because I got to say, as a mum, I do feel guilty. Both boys were still on the court and Zach was having so much fun with his game. Him and his partner, they were playing singles. They were just laughing and having a hoot, but I didn't know what the game score is. When parents chat, you kind of lose the score of what your kids are. It's like, I've got no idea whether he's winning or not, but got to go. It is what it is. Hello, Barbara. How are you? Wonderful weather we're having at the moment. How much rain have we had in the last 24 hours, though, Michael? Incredible. Hey, Susan. Sue's one of our VIPs. Sisters and sons. Absolutely. Hello, Sharon. Great to see you on. Cool kid here. Suri's trying to talk to me on my phone. Go away, Suri. Michelle, so true. Was just having the conversation with somebody today. We've been exposed to so much screen time in the last year that everyone's attention is the level of a goldfish. Yeah, and that's why I want to sort of share with you guys today just a few things that are statistically proven to grab people's attention quicker. So if you can think about these things and just maybe give them a little bit more attention, it just, every little bit helps, I think, when you can do things that help you make you stand out from the crowd, because everyone's online. With what's happened around the world, particularly it's almost a year now, isn't it, guys? We need to be able to stand out from the crowd, in whatever way that we can. Hey, Aldous, great to see you on. We got Janet here as well. Hello, Lynn. Lynn, is this 3 days in a row? That's so awesome. Love seeing you on live. My goal this year is to do 52 park runs. Previously, the most I've done in a year is 36. Great goal. Love that. I thought you were going to take some of these off. Yeah, I was actually, Janet. I was thinking about that this morning, thinking, why didn't I think ahead and tell you guys that I wasn't going to go live today because tennis is out there? If I've got internet, I don't mind. I can just jump in the car and go live with you guys. But yeah, good point, Janet. I did think about after that fact. But it's all good. It's all good. We're here. So let's chat and get into the content. So as I mentioned before, obviously we've got to try to grab people's attention. So there's some statistically proven things that help grab people's attention. So I want to share those with you. The first and foremost thing, and some of you would be have done this for a while, and some of you are still avoiding it, and that's definitely video. So I want to give those of you, particularly live video, you get more organic reach from Facebook, especially those of you with business pages. If you're looking at your stats, you can look under, I just realized the back of my head's there. If this view is confusing anybody and you weren't on my live last Saturday, this is actually a window right in the middle of our house. Well, not in the middle of our house, but this is the lounge. That's another lounge. Kitchen's there. So that's actually a reflection of my head. Sorry, squirrel moment. So live video, if you're doing live video, that's awesome. Now, if you're on a business page, you can see under every single post, reach, engagement, and you will see views as well when you sort of open up the video. So you want to check your organic reach of video against other posts. And I guarantee you, well, I can't guarantee you anything, actually. That's a lie. But have a look. Most people's live videos will give them more organic reach than anything else. So it helps with your visibility. And people are curious when we go live. It's, what are we talking about? They can see somebody's face going live. So I'm just going to get rid of my, how do I get rid of my head? I'm going to go that way. So live video, most definitely. But for those of you that are still avoiding live video, just record some and schedule it as a premiere. Do you guys know what I'm saying when I say a premiere video? Now, this is only on a business page. You can't do this on a personal profile. But you can record a little video on your phone. And even those of you that say, I'm busy, I haven't got time to do live video, no excuses, guys, because you can record a little video on your phone, you can upload it to Facebook, and you can set it as a premiere video, and it appears live when you're actually not live. People will probably know because you're not going to interact live because you're not actually live. But there's no excuses for not having a video presence on social media. And if you want to attract more eyeballs on you and more attention to you faster, you want to be doing video in some capacity. I would always recommend to you live over pre-recorded, but if some of you are a little bit slower on the live video bandwagon, then do a few pre-recorded videos, just batch them, like content batch on a weekend or something, and then schedule them to be as a premiere, and they will appear live, but you're not actually live, but at least it's something. People hearing your voice and, seeing your personality and all those kind of things, it's really, really important. So here are the other things I want to share with you. Images. So images are going to attract more attention than anything else. So video stands on its own, but images. So when I say images, the best kind of images is what we call what's the word that I'm looking for? User generated, original. So it's a photograph that you've taken that nobody else owns, and it's original content. So images actually communicate something with people without even saying a word. You can actually tell a story with an image. So images, lots more images. I'm not sure what you guys do on social media, but images is what attracts attention and can tell a story on its own. When you got the right words with it, it's more powerful. But I would also suggest to you to try to think of or create more colorful images. Color really communicates with people as well. Bright things attract people's attention when they're scrolling through social media. So images, yes, but when if you really want to get the benefit of more eyeballs on you quickly and standing out from the scroll, and grabbing somebody's attention, is your own images, not stock images or Canva images, although those are better than nothing. So if you're putting something out there and you don't have the time to create something originally, then those kind of things are better than nothing. So don't think that they're bad, but what is better is original images, but really colorful images that you generate and you post in real time. Okay, you'll get more organic reach from things that are posted in real time. Now, this is important on a business page as well, because a lot of you who have business pages, you may schedule posts in advance. And that's okay. Having stuff up is better than not having anything at all, because if you don't show up and you don't have content, there's nothing for people to engage in. So whatever works for you and whatever you're doing, or a group or whatever with scheduled posts. But you don't want to 100% rely on scheduled posts, because Facebook knows it. And Facebook knows that you're not turning up organically real in the moment. So if you do have scheduled posts, and a lot of them, you want to make sure that you're jumping in between whenever you can and posting something organically in real time. Okay, really important. So images, but not just images. Images preferably that they're original content. There's something that you've taken yourself that doesn't appear anywhere else. I'll just reiterate, if you do things on Canva or, you've got stock images of some sort, if that's what works for you and it helps you get content out, I'm not saying don't do that, but just remember that what's going to attract more attention is images that are posted in real time that are really colorful. Okay, that's what I'm saying, around images. So in that, when I'm saying, like, another one is color. People connect with color. People stop the scroll from color. Things that are really bland. Look at your branding messages. Those of you that have got business pages, have you got color that pops? Those of you that are posting photographs, does it have color? Can you use a free app to accentuate color? What can you do to create color in what you're doing in social media? I know that sounds small, but it's actually proven that people connect with bright colors more than other things. So that is something, along with images, things that you can do to create, or make a color pop. Have a look at Instagram, guys. Do people not play around, for ages with apps to make their color pop? A sky that's blue, but they make it really, really blue, and people take notice, or a sunset and all the colors are accentuated. You know what I mean? People are attracted to that. And that's why they do it a lot on Instagram. They really accentuate colors because it attracts people's attention. So anything that you can put out there that's actually going to help somebody stop their scroll and look at your image, this is what you want. Because, you don't want to blend into the background. You want to stand out from the crowd. So these are little things, that can help you. Words, the words that you're using, copywriting skills, attention grabbers, those kind of things will help stop the scroll and get more attention on you, is the words that you use. So what I recommend here is always be thinking about the other person other than you. What are you writing? What does the first sentence of your post say? Put a little bit more thought to that than you have in the past. What's your really cool attention grabber that you can grab people's attention? I talk to students all the time about this when they're creating Facebook ads. If they've got something, really quite boring in their first line, then it's like, well, that's not going to grab anyone's attention. So we talk a lot about attention grabbers. So headlines, attention grabbers. If you're doing live video, guaranteed most of the people that are watching your video are actually watching the replay. So what encourages somebody to watch the replay of your video? Words. Because what is written up the top is what is going to grab somebody's attention. So if you've got a really catchy attention grabber, like some words at the top that create some curiosity, that will help you stand out from the crowd. So try to think about things that, just try to think a little bit deeper about what your first few lines are. Some of you may know with like Facebook ads, and when you write long content, all people see is the first 3 lines until they see that little see more button. You know what I'm talking about with that? So when somebody's scrolling through Facebook, they don't see everything that you've posted. They see the first 3 lines. So that's what you want to give a lot of attention to, is the first 3 lines, and make that, funny, catchy, attention grabbing, controversial to a degree. Don't get yourself in trouble. But really thinking about the words that you're using and how do you capture somebody's attention. So if I've got like 2 lines in the description of my Facebook Live, and then people come across it in their scroll, and it's like, well, it doesn't really give them a reason to watch my Facebook Live. Whereas I put a bit of thought to, saying something curiosity wise or something interesting, then it might be, I wonder what she's talking about. I better watch the replay. So words, copywriting, putting some more thought to that can help you stand out from the crowd. And I'm not kidding about that. That is a very, very, very important one on social media, is the words that you use. So try to, increase your skill in grabbing people's attention with the words that you use. Okay. Last 2 ones I want to share with you is emotion. If you can trigger emotion with what you post on social media, whether that be a thoughtful story, whether it be something funny, it makes somebody smile or laugh, whether it makes somebody sad, triggering emotion, that's what also grabs people's attention. So that's not going to be achievable on every single post that you do, but if you can actually achieve some kind of emotion, some kind of trigger for an emotion for somebody, that will attract people to your content more than other types of content where it's just what I would call vanilla, a little bit boring. Okay. So where you can attract people's attention, by taking them on an emotional journey, then, people will look more at your content. Okay. The last one, this shouldn't be a surprise for you, but in your social media content, drive for a conversation. Don't just speak at people or put something out or, sales type posts, those of you that are still doing that kind of stuff, it doesn't really grab people's attention. People don't care. People are drawn in by, nice bright images or a live video that's got a pretty cool description at the top of it. It's like, I wonder what the hell she's talking about today. Or something that you've written that's triggered an emotion for somebody. When you watch a video or you read a post and it's going, oh, it's like you're reading my mind. It's like, you're talking directly to me. Like somebody has connected that much with what you've said in a written post or a live video that people are connecting with it. It's because you're hitting some hot spots, for somebody. That kind of connection is gold on social media, and people will keep coming back for more. So where you can drive for a conversation and connection and those kind of things, that will help you stand out from the crowd. And if you can do that continually and consistently, people will come back to hear what it is you have to say. Okay, so there's a few things that I just want you to try to remember and go to a deeper level, because everybody's doing surface stuff. It doesn't mean that surface stuff doesn't work to some degree, but when you can get smarter and you can have little triggers, those kind of things, and you accumulate those kind of things like really great images that are bright and colorful, words, really thinking about the words that you're using and how you can connect with some emotion, and have a conversation or have a call to action to have a conversation with somebody on social media. You put a whole lot of these things together and it'll help you stand out from the crowd in this busy world of social media when people are just going like that all the time. They're just continuously scrolling. So what can you do to help people, stop the scroll on your post? Something different, something a little bit more meaningful, something a little, deeper level. Does that make sense? So share with me your thoughts about that. Oh my gosh, Deb, Michelle. -19 here today and getting colder by the minute. Deep freeze for the week. Wow, that is cold. Hello, Glenn. How are you? Brittany. I've brought my live videos up to 3 times a week on my maybe network marketing page, if that's what you mean. I'm still trying to figure out how to do that with my product page. So the amount of lives that you do, I believe, is dependent on the size of the audience that you've got. You don't want to overdo live videos when you don't have the audience to support it, but you also don't want to use that as an excuse not to go live. So if you've got a relatively small audience and they're engaged, then you could go live, a few times a week. But you don't want to be doing what I'm doing and go live 5 times a week if you've only got a few hundred people, following you, because you just won't get the organic reach out of that or the views out of that, and you'll just end up burning yourself out and hating this journey because you won't get the result from it. So how many you do, but that's a bit of a catch, Brittany, because if you're doing 3 times a week on one page, but you've got another page, if you did another 3 there, that's 6 videos, a week. So there needs to be some thought about where you need to put your attention. What is the end result? Where do you need to put more of your energy as to what's going to be financially more rewarding? My biggest tip to you, I've said this many a time here, if you're only going to do 1, and that's all that's manageable, like you might do 3 on that page you just mentioned, Brittany, and then maybe 1 on your product page. I'm not saying that's the right formula because I don't really know what exactly you do, but turn it into a big deal, and turn it into, like my show for the week, my Monday night show. Like you've probably all got a favorite TV show that's only on one night a week, but every week you're there to watch it because you want to find out what happens next, or it's just a show that you really enjoy. Do that with your live video. If that at minimum you're somewhere only doing 1 live video a week, then turn it into something and hype it up during the week. And make sure you join me for my live show on Monday. Make sure you join me. I'm talking about and just have some content subjects prepared in advance. I've got some amazing training for you on my show next Monday. Just make a big deal out of it. So when you do go live, you've got more people there. So everyone's a little bit different. I can't really advise on a video like this because I don't know what everybody does and what the size of their audience is, but that's, just a little bit of a tip for you. Christine, I did a live today from an animal sanctuary I volunteered at. So cool. Shared lots of baby goat kisses. I love going live now because of your training and challenges. Thank you, Christine. And I haven't said this out loud yet. It's not ready to go yet, but just to make you aware, the next video challenge is starting on the 1st of March. Okay, so I'm just giving you a heads up. There's nothing I can share with you about that yet. I'm not ready to have people in that yet, but that's just to let you know. So if those of you that know that I've done them in the past and you haven't participated in one, you're going to want to get in on that one, okay? Hello, Yvette. How are you? 1, do a live video. 2, original images. 3, bright color. Yes, and to continue that on. 4, words, copywriting skills, attention grabbers. 5, emotion, trying to strive for emotion, touching people's emotional buttons. And then 6 would be striving for a conversation, okay, if you were numbering it in some way. Colors attracts attention, sparks interest. Yes. Hello, Gloria. How are you? Words focused on other people, headlines, attention grabber. Awesome summary. Thank you for doing this for everyone, Hero. Yeah, exactly. Thank you, Hero. Awesome. Oh, hang on. 5, ask questions to have a conversation with your audience like you, Helen Martin. So I must have added another one in there because I think I got to 6. Sorry to confuse you. Great content, Helen. Lots for me to work on. Hello, how are you going? I can't pronounce your name properly. Sorry. Makes awesome sense. Thank you so much. Thinking to share my video in business page to personal page. So not sure who that is. You're obviously watching from my group. So just click the StreamYard link at the bottom of the description of the video in the group. You won't see that on my business page. Depends what the content is. So if it's generic content that somebody hanging out on your personal page that is a family friend, a family member or relative or a cousin or something like that can actually get some benefit out of, share it, because it can draw some attention back to your business page. If it's something very specific on your branding on your business page that is not really related to your general friends and family on your personal profile, don't share it. So a good example of what I'm talking about is if you did a video on your business page that is something talking about, say, a personal development type topic. something that everybody can benefit from listening to. You might be talking about organizational skills. You might be talking about something about self-belief, or because even in the business world, that is very relative. I start my first live video off every week of my 5 videos talking about something to do with personal growth. So that could easily be a video that I could share to my personal page that people could get benefit from, that have nothing to do with or not in my target market of my business. Does that make sense? So that's a good blending, what I call a blending strategy from your business page to your personal page, where you can blend, and you might find some people go, what's that page? That's coming from a different page. Where does that lead to? And they click on it and see that you've got a business page. And if they like what they hear, then they may stay with you then, and you can draw people from your business page. So be careful with what the content is that you're sharing, would be my advice, around that. Anna, hi Helen and everyone on this beautiful Saturday morning. Well, at least here in Brisbane. So it's really weird here. It was sunny, but it's raining while it was sunny. I can't actually see, I'll show you this, if you can see it, if I turn it around. Can you see? I can't quite see the ocean because of the cloud cover in one spot there. It's not very good lighting for me to really show you that. But I don't know whether it's sea mist, but just on the other side there, I can't actually quite see the ocean because of the cloud cover. It's just a weird day today. Just put it that way. Michelle, thanks for all the valuable tips. Helen, as always, have an amazing weekend. Thank you very much. Awesome as always. Thank you, Helen. Amazing. So thanks, guys, for tuning in with me today. This is what happens when I'm rushed. Talk too fast and the words just don't. My brain goes faster than my mouth, I think, and it just doesn't quite come out the right way sometimes. Anyway, it is the weekend. It's probably Friday night for some of you in some time zones, or Friday afternoon. It is Saturday morning here. Whatever you're doing this weekend, I hope you are able to fit in some time for yourselves, some relaxation, some fun. Make sure you're smiling and, do something that makes you feel good for you. I mean, having businesses and striving to have really good businesses online is amazing, but it's not the be all and end all. Your happiness is. Being happy in life and loving what you do is more important, okay? So think at a deeper level, be a little bit more strategic with maybe images in real time, colors, words, attention grabbers, striving for a conversation, all those kind of things. If you can just do one little thing that helps get more eyeballs on you rather than somebody looking at somebody else, or they're scrolling, through their news feed, and you've got something that it makes somebody stop. Facebook does track all of that as well, like how much time people spend on your profiles. If Facebook can see that somebody's always stopping on your stuff, you'll get more organic reach out of it, because all of that little stuff, it's weird, I know, but that's all tracked, how much time people spend on your profile or your business page. So it all adds up. All the little things add up. Okay. So have an amazing weekend. I will see you next week for more free training, and I look forward to catching you then. Have an amazing time over the weekend, guys. Bye. I'll go rescue Harley now.